Mama always told me not to look into the eyes of the sun. But Mama, that's where the fun is. And howdy guys, it's Tachi. Oh, howdy. Oh man, that intro. Look at this. Prospector, Saloon, and Gaming Parlor. I never noticed how nice that sign looked. So let's head inside. I went ahead and fast traveled back to town, and I figured you didn't need to see that.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out.
What the hell is your problem?
What the hell's up with you? So let's talk to our wonderful bartender.
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon.
Well, what up? I overheard your argument. What was that about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
It's odd that Cobb wasn't able to find Ringo. This town's not that big.
Cobb hasn't exactly been looking for Ringo too hard. I think he's afraid that Ringo will ambush him, which is probably true.
Why not just kill Cobb and get it done with?
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants.
What are you gonna do?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. Alright.
What happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there.
So if I help Ringo and Good Springs will like me more, what if I help the powder gangers?
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Who was that man you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
Huh. I am trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attacker say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the strip. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Huh. What do you know about the robot who rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
How long has he been in Good Springs?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
Huh. Well, let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
Want me to take a look at your broken radio?
Sure. The outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Okay. Does Good Springs get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim. unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Anything interesting going on the rest of the Wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the come and dust up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
Tell me about the NCR.
The new California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Huh. Well, we can see what she has for
I'm
sale.
sure I've got something you like.
So these are her items. Purified water, which is something we're going to need. Nope. Let's exit.
Be careful out there.
Ah, so yes, I got my level. My repair and science is high enough. I would like to put more into guns. Use conventional ammunition. Medicine might be worth getting into. So here's some more perks that we get. In combat, you do 10% more damage against male opponents. Outside of combat, you sometimes have access to a unique dialogue with dealing with the same sex. Okay. With Intense Training perk, you can put a single point into any of your special attributes. In combat, you do 10% damage against the female opponents. With the retention perk, the bonus is granted by skill magazines. Let's do Swift Learner right at the beginning, which is something really good to start out with. Let's take a look at her radio. And we repaired her radio, just like that. Let's talk to her.
Feeling thirsty? I can take care of that. Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
Huh. That's
You're
good
welcome.
enough.
So can I
50
get
caps
you anything?
is pretty good. No.
Be careful out there.
Sorry about that. Coughing. Let's go outside and talk to Mr. Powderganger. See what he has to say. If we haven't missed him already. We shouldn't have missed him. He should be out here. Ah, there he is. Against the wall.
What do you want?
Wow, he looks different. What was that you said about Ringo?
He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo.
This area is your territory?
It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we're calling the shots.
Huh. What were you in prison for?
None of your damn business. You ought to know better than to ask a man that kind of question.
I just need to know if I should watch my step around you.
Robbed some people, burned some things, killed a few guys.
Huh. What's been going on in the rest of the Wasteland?
Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason.
What do you know about the Legion?
I've run with some tough gangs, but I gotta admit, they all got nothing on the Legion. I hear they stick you up on poles and it takes a while to die. I ain't saying I'm afraid of them or nothing, but I'll be staying out of their way.
Oh, NCR.
New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want.
Huh.
Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important. Yeah.
So, there's our first community choice. We can either help the townspeople and keep Ringo alive and let him get out of here, or we can side with the powder gangers and actually take over the town. So it's either or. Both have their benefits, both have their downsides. But yeah, that's our first community choice. I'm gonna look around at some buildings and stuff. Maybe go dig up a grave up there, because this episode is short, and I'm gonna need to spend a few minutes. So let's take a look inside. He should have some guns and stuff in here.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Huh. Tell me about weapon mods and special ammo.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Huh. What makes the surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
What do you know about the situation with the powder gangers?
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Have you ever been to New Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the strip.
Huh.
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Ah, so it's his robot.
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
So let's look what he has for sale.
Can do.
So you notice he's got lots of ammo. He's got some magnums. Look at his weapon. Boxing tape. Long fuse dynamite recharger rifle. Huh. There's a shovel. Silence 22 pistol and a straight razor. Ah, yes. Melee weapons are actually pretty fun in this game.
Take it easy now.
Let's go check out, I'm trying to remember if I had that shovel or not. Oh yeah, I do have the shovel. Let's equip it, which is pretty fun. So there you go. You can hit people with the shovel. So here is a workbench. And you can actually make all kinds of stuff if you have the right kind of stuff. Most of it takes a lot of science. So, conversion SEC to MFC. Which I have no idea, so I'm just going to do one. 2 microfusion cells. Oh, right, that's right. Let's hit the bottles with the shovel. I kind of want it to get nighttime so I can show you the skies before the end of the episode. Let's put the cleaver back on. Like I said, melee weapons are pretty cool. Maybe we can watch the sunset before the end of the episode. Looks like there's some birds up there. I wanted to see what's in this grave. I don't remember. I think you get a bad rep for doing it, but I'm not sure. Bottle caps. People burying their bottle caps in the graves. Huh, 12 gauge round. Where's the sunset? The west. Sunset should be over here. And, let's sit and wait, I guess. Getting dark. What's in here? A silenced 22 pistol. That's what I was looking for. So the sun's almost down. Let's see what else we can dig up. Let's see. Oh, there was a bird there. I never noticed that before. And let's watch the sunset. And I'll see you next time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. This is Tachi, signing out. Have a good day.